B Corp as a community is doing really well. There's now 10,000 B Corps globally, so it is a really popular process for a business to go through. But I think that there's some concerns from some businesses about going through B Corp because they might have heard from their peers that B Corp is just such a difficult thing to do. It's going to take them, loads of time, loads of money, and at the moment they're just focusing on sometimes surviving, let alone thriving, and cost of living and all those kinds of things. So some business owners and founders will talk to me and say, is this something that is pragmatic for my business to do, whether I'm a year old or 5 years old in terms of the business? And also, is it proportionate for my business? Because we obviously, in the cost of living crisis, need to be focusing on, keeping going, but is it something that I can justify putting some effort into? And I think that is a really fair question. One of the facts is that B Corps are generally trading 10% plus more strongly than their non-B Corp peers in the UK economy. So becoming a B Corp, there is factual evidence there that B Corps trade more strongly. Now, why might that be? Well, firstly, one of the costs that a lot of businesses have are costs around recruitment. So if you can become B Corp certified, that definitely helps you to recruit the right people and the best people. It also helps you retain the right people and the best people. It's pointless having a big front door if there's also a big back door and you're losing as many as you're bringing on. That's not healthy and helpful and has a real fiscal cost to any business. Risk is another area that is going to impact any business. We're all at risk as businesses at any stage. And one of the things that is a real challenge is being blindsided by something that you've not really thought about or considered or anticipated. Something suddenly happens in the business and you're blindsided. So going through a B Corp process, that framework is a really comprehensive framework. And just working your way through those couple of hundred questions, in there you'll think about things that you had not previously considered. And in thinking about those things, you can quickly come up with a process or a policy, or just have a think about it and consider what you might do. And that will then help you de-risk that business. It will help you manage and mitigate that risk. And therefore you will become a stronger and more robust business. And then last but not least, people, consumers, B2B, want to buy from other ethical, values-aligned businesses. And so being a B Corp is one of the best ways to communicate to your consumers, to B2Bs, that this is our set of values. We subscribe to these types of values, and people will want to do business with us because of that, because we are trusted and we care about our people, we care about the planet. And that will win extra business for any company that's going through B Corp. And so there's a whole range of reasons that we would say to people, it's worth doing fiscally. The next thing is then, is it going to take loads of time and is it going to put me off my main mission, doing business, whether that's as a recruiter or as an agency or as a food and drink brand? Going through the B Corp process, there's no doubt about it, it is robust. But we believe that with some appropriate external help and support and guidance, you can basically cut the time that it's going to take you in half, because you're going to be getting help and support, putting those processes and policies together. And that means you can actually carry out that process in a much more constrained and controlled time frame than if you are trying to do it by yourself. We have often spoken to clients who've done that and they've ended up disappearing down various different rabbit holes. They're not quite sure what levels of evidence are required, so they may overdo it or underdo it and need to come back. So getting an external consultant or a B leader in to help you is a great way to help you assess, is this for us in the first place? Is there a return on investment that we can put a cost justification together for? Looking at our client base, and do our clients really care about business ethics, or do they not? Because there's different industries where it's more of a thing than others. And then last but not least, we can help you go through that process in a much more pragmatic and appropriate time frame. So it can be done without taking too much time or costing too much money.